Hi, Dave Seaborg, evolutionary biologist, president of the World Rainforest Fund. Today I'm going to talk about my Pachamama theory. I told you about how predators and herbivores increase biodiversity. And remember, my theory states that all species in a natural condition, humans excluded, make their environment better for life and increase the number of species because they make the environment better for life. And there are many ways that they do this. And also, the theory states that uh, life built the planet in a way that's good for life, making high oxygen, controlling greenhouse gas levels, building the soil, controlling the salt content of the sea, and so on, all in ways that are favorable to life. So, how do trees and plants, trees are a type of plant, how do they make their environment better for life? The first one is their roots hold in the soil, preventing the rain and wind from blowing it or washing it away, preventing, in other words, soil erosion. This also keeps the rivers clean because the soil would go into the rivers and sedimentation would pollute the rivers. Um, so holding the soil in place helps the trees and the plants and also all the little animals and bacteria and so on that live in the soil. They also have symbiotic relationships. They're mutually beneficial relationships with many of the species underground, including the nitrogen fixing bacteria in their roots. So the nitrogen in the air is uh, it's in a form which is two atoms of nitrogen together in a molecule of nitrogen, and that makes up about 79% of the atmosphere. It's not usable by life in that form. The two nitrogen atoms are held together but by what's called a triple bond, very, very tight, not usable by life. Some of it is converted to a form usable by life by lightning, but very little comparatively. Most of that conversion is by bacteria in the soil. Some of them live freely in the soil, but some of them are in the roots of plants and are helping the plant, and the plant helps them by when the plant carries out photosynthesis, it sends the carbohydrate much needed by these bacteria. The process of converting nitrogen from a form that's not usable to life to usable to life is called nitrogen fixation, and these are called nitrogen fixing bacteria. There are many species of them, and they're in these little things called nodules in the roots of plants, which are little kind of houses the plant has evolved to have for the bacteria. The bacteria then help the plant by giving it a usable form of nitrogen. And then once the plant has it, it goes up the food chain from the herbivores that eat the plant, the predators that eat the herbivores, and so on, decomposers. It goes through the whole system. The plant also has allies that are fungus, different kinds of fungi that live with the roots of the plants. And again, the plant feeds it through photosynthesis, sending down to its roots and to the fungus its carbohydrate to feed the fungus. And the fungus uh, goes along the root of the plant and makes a continuation of the root. So it extends the plant's root system much, much further than the root itself, so that most of the root system of the plant is fungus. And with the fungus, the plant can absorb 10 times as much mineral nutrient from the soil and also water from the soil, 10 times as much. And this whole system